Greetings, good people. I hold here in my hand the Golden Pearl Overdrive from my good friend Dave Friedman. This is a great overdrive in the kind of low to low mid-gain category, and it doesn't impose a ton of its own tone character or anything like that on whatever you're plugging it into. It doesn't have like a real mid-forward nasal voice or a bunch of compression or any of that kind of stuff. It just kind of bonds with whatever amp you're plugging it into, and you can use it to thicken the tone or even thin the tone a little bit and kind of shape the sound. And it really just kind of sounds like it's part of the amplifier, and that's what I really like about it. Now, Dave really knows Marshall circuits, of course, really well. I feel like that's where his wheelhouse is based in, and I love that tone as well so much. And this pedal reminds me a lot of a pedal that he produced a number of years ago, and I believe he started with that as the design for this pedal and kind of went from there. It was called the Naked Overdrive. And the Naked Overdrive always bonded with a Marshall amp so well, kind of a dirty, already crunchy sound. You could hit it and it would just saturate and kind of thicken the tone and add a little bit of je ne sais quoi to the sound that you couldn't just get out of the amp by itself, but yet the amplifier still sounded like the amplifier. It didn't really sound like there was a pedal in front of it, if that makes sense. So I always loved that about the Naked Overdrive, and this one really reminds me of it. So that is part of the reason why I actually used a dirty, crunchy tone for the song at the beginning of the video and then added the pedal on top to thicken it. Now, I know there's going to be a bunch of people out there that probably say,
"This is ridiculous. How am I supposed to know what the pedal sounds like when he sets the amplifier to be so dirty? I want to hear the pedal into a clean amplifier."
And for those folks, don't worry. Coming up here in just a second, there's going to be a part of this video where I play the pedal into an amplifier completely clean. What I'm going to do is solo a few of those parts from the song in the video outside of the mix so you can hear those, but then I'm also going to give you a loop of a guitar part playing through the pedal into my PT100 set, completely crystal clean and kind of sparkly, and you'll really hear just the tonal character of the pedal itself through a clean amp as well. And then I also want to do the same thing where I play a guitar loop through the pedal into a crunchy amp, boost into a real high gain sound using the pedal, and I want to show you what this control right here does, the voice switch, because this allows you to really tighten up the sound while adding gain. This kind of tunes the low end of the pedal, so you can get quite a bit of saturation going and even boost into the front end of the amp with the volume cranked up on the pedal without it turning into a flubby mess. Last but not least here, you got a high cut switch. This allows you to really fine tune the top end of the pedal so that you can tone down any kind of sizzly stuff if you want to and warm up the tone a little bit. So between the voice control, the high cut control, and the kind of wide ranging tone control, you can really fine tune this thing to just about whatever amp you're plugging into. All right, let's get on to some sound examples. It's the Golden Pearl from Friedman. Thanks for watching my video on the Golden Pearl from my pal Dave Friedman. Works really good into a crunchy amp to send it way over the top into high gain overdrive, or you can use it into a clean amp for anything from kind of a colored, thick, clean boost all the way through to a crunchy overdrive. You can check it out further on the website that you see there at the bottom of your screen. And hey, I'm Pete Thorn. Hit subscribe if you haven't. Come back and see me for more videos. Take care.